Thank you, Peter. I'm going to be ambitious in my 10 minutes. I'm going to include a joke, a ridiculous metaphor, and an anagram, okay? Now, the trouble is I am rubbish at jokes. I'm really, really bad at jokes. So on the way up with Gareth, I turned to Gareth and said, do you know any good environmental jokes? And he told me one. But I can't remember, it's only it's a two-word joke, and I can't remember one of the punchlines. I know it ends Patterson, but I can't remember the rest of it. Gareth will tell us later what the rest of the joke is. Now, we're all working on our small bits of the Renew project, and we don't get to see the whole. And one of the opportunities of today is to get a glimpse of what the whole thing is like. We work with our own groups. And actually, if you stand back, and I was talking to Rob about this earlier, and the whole is beginning to look quite impressive. We've engaged with 120 different groups. And they are the groups that we wanted to reach, or the lottery wanted us to reach. They are rugby clubs, it is faith groups, it's village hall committees, it is community councils, it is transition groups, it's the other environmental groups, but we are 120 groups already. Our target is 200 across the whole of Wales in all sectors, and actually that is an amazing achievement. We're also doing some really fascinating projects I don't see. There are projects involved with what are the projects involved with? There's a currency exchange project. There's recycling centres. There's setting up a new credit union. There's filmmaking, a youth filmmaking project going on. There's all of what you would expect to see a lot of energy generation projects and insulation projects. There's an enormous range and diversity of projects which are going on right across Wales. I'm not being sorry about that. Things. So there's an enormous range of projects which are going on across Wales, and which is an amazing diversity. And I think we're really beginning to achieve what we set out to achieve. It brings me to my metaphor, which I'm going to get in here. It's placing my metaphor is that we're actually placing a seed of knowledge and experience. The knowledge and experiences is the mentors, into soil which has been carefully prepared by the coordinators. And if you place seeds in carefully prepared soil, you will get some absolutely amazing results. And I think we won't see that immediately, but when these groups continue their work over several years, we'll really begin to see some great things. So I think that is what's really working. One of the objectives when we set out the project was to create a lasting network. The funding is for 2 years. What we want to do is produce a network which can continue to deliver for many, many years into the future. And I'm just going to paint a picture of what we're hoping to put in place in the future. There's a couple of initiatives. It's not confirmed yet, but there are conversations going on where we hope that we will be able to extend this programme as it currently is until the end of 2015, which would be another 18 months. Now, it's not sure we'll say more about it in the future, it's funding dependent, but I think there are good prospects that we can actually extend this network and continue this work for longer into the future, which I think is very exciting. I'll also mention, and who knows, I probably shouldn't mention this, but I will. The Welsh Government has recently announced it's putting out to tender £45 million worth of work on resource efficiency across Wales. This is the contract. It's a 3-year contract. It's been a lot of little different contracts for 3 years, which is the work that a lot of the Energy Saving Trust and the Carbon Trust have been doing, supporting individuals, businesses, public sector bodies. Now, through the DTA and under the Renew Wales banner, we've actually put in a Renew Wales tender for this work. We don't know what the work is yet. It's not very clear. We've just registered for the framework, but it is possible, and it would seem right to me that if anyone was going to advise communities on energy saving, on energy generation, on a whole bunch of sustainable, then our network, the people that we've got in this network are the right people to do that. And so we'll wait and see. Maybe we won't hear another thing, but actually it's an exciting opportunity where we may actually be able to get some work through that tender program over the next few years to start delivering more work to the communities. which I think is a really exciting prospect. It's only for the future, it may not happen, but it's just one of the ways in which we're trying to build this forward.
This is the Skype.
Yes, the Skype. Okay. Now, unfortunately, the Welsh Government can't be with us today, but they have just recorded a message. Maybe they are listening, I don't know, it's really scary. Anyway, right, now today is really, actually, it's about peer-to-peer learning, and I'm going to call out my hackneyed metaphor again. Rob, preparing this conference, Rob has he's prepared the soil. We all carry seeds of knowledge, and we need to exchange that. If you've got problems, if you've got issues, if there's a group you're working with that you want to do more work with, there is somebody here today who has got a contact, some knowledge, some experience that can learn. So actually today really is about learning from each other. It's a small version of the whole scheme, and that's what it's about today. Lastly, I'm going to end on an anagram. If you take the letters, and this anagram is, if you take the letters of Renew Wales in English and in Welsh, you get both a sense of direction and a call to action. And I managed to extract a forward way, me scurry. Thank you.